What if everything you've been told about aging and success is a lie? What if the greatest opportunities, the ones that could truly transform your life, don't lie behind you in your past, but ahead of you in your future? You've been told time and time again that after a certain age, your window for success closes. But what if that's the biggest trap of all? What if the key to building wealth at any age is hiding in plain sight, just waiting for the right moment to reveal itself? A moment like this one, where everything you've believed about your limits, your potential, and your time is about to be turned upside down. There's a truth buried deep beneath the surface that most people never see, a truth that Jeff Bezos himself understands better than anyone. It's not about working harder, hustling nonstop, or even climbing the corporate ladder. No, it's about recognizing the untapped power that comes with experience, the quiet strength that only grows with time. And here's the paradox. It's when you feel like time is running out that you're actually standing at the precipice of the greatest opportunity you've ever had. But you need to see it. You need to unlock it. And once you do, the world will never look the same again. You might think the best days are behind you, that the wealth you dreamt of is for the young, the new, the ones just starting out. But what if I told you that Jeff Bezos, the man who built an empire from the ground up, did not rely on the same strategies that most people chase blindly? What if the secret to his success, the one that you can use to change everything, isn't in the next big startup or investment trend, but in something far deeper, something that comes from the wisdom that only time can provide? What if the secret to building wealth after 50 is not about competing with the young, but using your experience to leap ahead? There's a shift that happens when you're willing to challenge the conventional wisdom, when you stop seeing your age as a barrier and start seeing it as your greatest asset. It's the kind of shift that Bezos made, and that few ever notice, because it requires a willingness to think differently, to see the hidden patterns others are blind to. The world doesn't work in the linear way most people believe. The real path to wealth is about recognizing opportunities in places others are too distracted to look. And when you unlock this secret, you don't just gain wealth, you gain time itself. So ask yourself, what if everything you've been told about aging, about time, about opportunity, was just a distraction, a tool to keep you from discovering your true potential? What if the most important thing isn't how much time you have left, but how you choose to spend it? Jeff Bezos didn't build his empire by working within the system. He rewrote the rules. And the secret he used to do it? It's waiting for you to uncover it, if you're ready to look at your life, your wealth, and your future in a way you never have before. Have you ever felt like time is running out? That somehow, somewhere along the way, the years slipped by unnoticed, and the dream of success you once held so tightly now feels distant, like a fading echo? It's an unsettling thought, isn't it? The belief that the best years are behind you, that the opportunities you longed for are reserved for those younger, faster, hungrier. But what if this belief is the very thing holding you back from your true power? What if, instead of diminishing with age, your greatest opportunity for wealth is only just beginning to unfold? If you dare to look beyond the surface of your fears, it's easy to feel small when the world around you celebrates the young and the new, when the noise of success is reserved for the bright-eyed, the ones just beginning their climb. But what if I told you that Jeff Bezos, the man who built one of the largest empires in history, didn't follow the same path you think he did? What if the secret to his success isn't in starting early, or having an unlimited amount of time to get things right, but in something far more profound, a quiet understanding of time's true value, one that most people never see? What if the secret to building wealth after 50 is hidden, not in new beginnings, but in the very experience and wisdom you already possess? Think about it. There's something that happens to you as you grow older, something that only those who have truly lived long enough can recognize: the ability to see, the ability to notice things that the younger generation is too busy to see, to recognize opportunities where others only see obstacles. But that ability is often overlooked, discarded, or worse, ignored, because it's too easy to believe that youth is the ultimate currency. So you keep pushing forward, trying to outrun time, when the truth is you've already gained the most valuable asset you could ever possess: the wisdom that comes with age, the insight, the perspective. And that, my friend, is where your wealth begins. This realization can be both liberating and terrifying. What does it mean to embrace this newfound power? To accept that the most significant opportunities are often the ones that are hardest to see. It means stepping out of the shadows of self-doubt, shedding the belief that your best years are behind you. It means looking at your life, not as a series of missed chances, but as a canvas that is still unfinished, waiting for your brushstrokes. You are not defined by what you haven't done, but by the untapped potential that lies dormant, waiting to be awakened. And when that awakening happens, it changes everything. But here's the paradox. The most difficult part isn't discovering your potential. It's letting go of the idea that you need more time. The truth is, the time you have left is more than enough. What you do with it now, how you use the wisdom that is quietly gathered in your bones over the years, will determine the future you create. The question isn't how much time you have left, but what you're willing to do with the time that's already in your hands. The moment you stop chasing after time, something incredible happens. The pressure that weighs on your chest, that feeling of racing against the clock, begins to lift. You start to see things differently. The frantic pace of life, the rush to get to the next milestone, the constant striving for approval and success, fades into the background. What's left is a quiet space where possibility begins to breathe. The realization creeps in. What if success isn't about how fast you move, but about how deeply you understand the game? And suddenly, you realize that the greatest advantage you've had all along isn't the number of years you've lived, but the experience you've accumulated. The lessons, the failures, the resilience, all of it has prepared you for this moment. But why does it feel so unsettling to admit this? Why does it shake you to the core to realize that the very thing you've been avoiding, the depth of your own experience, might be the key to unlocking everything? It's because it forces you to confront a truth that most people are unwilling to face, the fear that the past may have been wasted, that the moments you once thought of as lost time are actually the foundation of your greatest success. The truth is, the older you get, the more powerful your ability becomes to shape the world around you. It's not in spite of your age, but because of it. And that realization stirs something deep inside. It stirs a truth that can no longer be ignored. The world tells you to keep moving forward, to chase the future, to plan and hustle until you drop. But what if the real magic happens when you pause? What if your ability to see the bigger picture, to think beyond the immediate, is the thing that can propel you further than you ever thought possible? Jeff Bezos didn't just hustle his way into success. He saw something others couldn't see. He understood the game in a way that others were too focused on the present to comprehend. He saw the long-term implications of every decision, and he used that vision to build something that would last, not for years, but for generations. And this is your moment to recognize that the most profound shifts in life come not when we act quickly, but when we act with clarity. It's like looking into a mirror and seeing not just who you are, but who you were always meant to be. That reflection shows you the untapped power you've had all along. Your wealth, your potential, has always been just below the surface, waiting to be recognized. But recognizing it isn't enough. You have to step into it, to embrace it fully. This isn't just about building wealth. This is about building the kind of wealth that comes from deep, unwavering confidence in who you are. It's about learning to trust the process that has shaped you and using that trust as the foundation to build something even greater. But it's not just about seeing this potential. It's about acting on it. And acting on it means letting go of everything you thought you knew. It means surrendering to the idea that you don't have to chase success anymore. You've been living with the answers all along. The real question now is, what will you build with that power? What will you create when you finally realize that everything you've lived through has been preparation for this moment of transformation? There's a weight to the silence that now sits between you and your past. A weight that at first feels like regret, but isn't. It's something far more complex, something that resonates deep within, like an echo bouncing off the walls of your own soul. The past hasn't failed you. It has been preparing you. But this preparation, this tension that you feel, is necessary. It's the tension between who you were and who you are becoming. And what's about to unfold next, in the stillness of your thoughts, could very well be the shift that defines everything that comes after. Think about the countless times you've questioned your path, the times when you felt uncertain, The moments when you wondered if there was still time to turn things around. Those moments weren't weaknesses. They were the seeds of your awakening. You see, the greatest power lies in your ability to question everything, not just the world around you, but yourself. The past has held you in place long enough. It's time to move. But moving doesn't mean rushing, it means redefining. It means knowing that the wisdom you've gained from every choice, every failure, and every triumph has built a foundation beneath you so solid you could stand taller than ever before, if only you allow yourself to. What if you could see your future not as something to be feared, but as something to be embraced with open arms, with the fierce confidence of someone who has already weathered every storm? You've lived enough to know that wealth isn't just about accumulating material things. It's about the wealth of experience, of insight, of understanding. And in that wealth, there's a secret so deeply embedded in you, so intricately woven into your very existence, that it's been staring you in the face for years. It's your ability to trust what you already know, to trust the process, to trust yourself. And the moment you do that, when you truly believe in the value of everything you've gone through, that's when the doors begin to open. That's when everything shifts. You've spent your life learning how to survive. Now it's time to learn how to thrive. And thriving doesn't come from forcing things, from chasing after success like a fleeting dream. It comes from sitting in the quiet, knowing that everything you've needed was within you all along. You've learned how to adapt, how to evolve with time. And now you must learn to use that evolution to create something new, something beyond what you thought was possible. This isn't a game of chance, it's a game of mastery, and the pieces are already on the board. The question is, are you ready to play? The next step is terrifying, yes, but it's also liberating. What you thought were your limits are actually the tools that will carry you further than you've ever gone before. The years you've lived, the lessons you've absorbed, the wisdom you've gained, these are the very things that will set you free. But it requires trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the process. Trust in the power that you've carried with you all along, waiting to be unleashed. You've walked this far. Don't stop now. The next chapter, the one that will define your legacy, is ready to be written. But you must take the pen. You feel it, don't you? That faint but undeniable pulse, the quiet thrum of change that hums beneath the surface of everything. It's not loud. It's not brash. It's a whisper. A call that speaks to the very core of you, urging you to lean into the discomfort, to trust the uncertainty. The moment you realize that time isn't your enemy, that it's not running out, but simply shifting in ways you've never fully understood, is the moment everything changes. This is the moment you stop trying to outrun your own story and start embracing it as the foundation of your greatness. And in that moment, the weight of your past no longer feels like a burden. It becomes the very thing that propels you forward. There is a strange, almost sacred beauty in surrendering to this truth, to stop fighting against the flow of time, to stop believing that success is a young person's game. Because when you stop running, when you stop comparing yourself to others, you unlock something no one can take from you, the ability to play the long game. The wisdom that only comes with experience, the understanding that wealth doesn't come from the chase, but from the ability to see things clearly, to see what others can't. Jeff Bezos didn't rush to build his empire. He didn't scramble to be the fastest. He understood that the true game isn't about speed. It's about vision, about timing, about seeing opportunity where others see nothing but walls. So, here you are, standing on the edge of something profound. The voice inside you, the one that has always known there was more, something hidden just beneath the surface, is louder now. It's calling you to step forward. It's inviting you to trust that your experience, the lessons you've learned, are not obstacles, but the keys to unlock a door to something extraordinary. And as you listen, as you open yourself to the potential of this moment, you realize this is where the magic happens. This is where everything you've lived, everything you've been through, converges into something greater than you ever dreamed possible. This isn't the end of the road. No, it's the beginning of a new chapter, one where you no longer question your place in the world, where you no longer wonder if you've missed your shot, because now you understand something far more powerful. You understand that your age is not a limitation, it's an asset. Your experience is not a weight to carry. It's the fuel that will carry you farther than any young dreamer could ever go. You've been through the fire. Now, you're ready to rise from the ashes, stronger, wiser, and more capable of building a legacy that will outlive you. The journey ahead won't be easy, but it will be worth it. You've got everything you need to succeed. All that's left is to take the next step, to trust in your own power, to use the wisdom you've gained to create something extraordinary. Because in the end, it's not the years you have left that matter. It's what you choose to do with them. And now, more than ever, you're ready. Ready to build your wealth, ready to build your legacy, ready to do what you once thought impossible. The words you've heard so far are not just information. They are fragments of a truth that slowly begins to seep into your being, like a fresh breeze entering through a window long shut. You may not realize it yet, but something is shifting inside you. Every concept, every reflection, has been a small key turning, unlocking doors in your mind, revealing possibilities that once seemed distant, almost unreachable. And now, in the silence that follows these words, you feel their echo resonating within your soul. This is not the end, but a turning point, the point where the truth begins to become clear. The journey you've walked here hasn't been about wealth or success alone. It's been about how you see yourself, what you carry within. The stories you've told yourself about what you can or can't do have been keeping you trapped. But now you feel something deeper, a silent force that was once hidden. Life no longer demands that you search for something out there. What is needed, what is missing, is already within you. It's the wisdom the years have given you, the experience that has accumulated, the courage you are finally allowing yourself to embrace. And this acceptance, my friend, is where true wealth begins. Have you ever felt as though you were on the verge of something? Like the universe has been waiting for you to finally open your eyes and see what has always been before you? That feeling growing inside you now is the awakening of something that has been suppressed for too long. True freedom doesn't come from the constant struggle against time or comparing yourself to others. It comes when you allow yourself to feel that the time that has passed was the foundation of what is to come. No longer a burden, but a bridge linking your journey to an even deeper transformation. What will you do with this now? What will you do with the freedom of knowing there are no more limits, only possibilities? Do you realize it? You've never been closer to something that could change everything. And no, it's not a sudden change. It's a quiet change, almost imperceptible, but of a depth that only those who have allowed themselves to live long enough can truly understand. The future is not a distant place, reserved for the young. It is something you create in the present moment, now. And now is the time to create. And no matter how much you try to escape, every time you close your eyes, this truth will find its way back to you, like a memory that stays, like an echo that won't fade. So if this moment touched something within you, if you feel that this is not just another video, but the beginning of something greater, let what you've learned here spread. Like, share, comment. Not because it's expected, but because inside you there is a deeper truth calling you to continue this journey. It's not just about you. It's about everything you are becoming.